Hello there on YouTube. Today I will do a little project here with my wife's Spyder. She has just bought a Spyder RT here not so long ago, and we were out riding on it where we were two up, and we kind of felt it was a bit unsafe here not to have a backrest or anything. So she actually bought a saddlebag, the one you can see here. Bought it from Slingmods, and it's a Shad box, and I'll show you a bit more of what's all inside it. And I also have some tools ready that we will be needing for this project. I expect we will need a, see the light here, a power drill, some different wrenches and some drills, and then a speed marker to mark up where we need to drill. But before that, I just want to wash our motorcycles real quick, because you can see I have been working on the house and trying to put new trim up in some bedrooms, and all the sawdust came out on the motorcycles. So I'll just give them a quick wash, and then we can get on with mounting the saddlebag. Wow, that definitely helped. Look at that. But isn't that just a beauty? This is a Spyder RT. It's not the limited. If it was a limited, it would come with the top box here in the rear. This here is the RT model, but we could buy this from Shad, that box there, and then that comes with backrest and everything, so that would be really nice to get on when we ride two up. Yeah, and then we got another clean motorcycle. That's the 883 Sportster from Harley Davidson. Love that motorcycle. I think it's a beautiful model. But I'm actually thinking about changing this one out for a Spyder. So I'm looking at an F3, so it's from a guy that I'm buying it private from, but he's in Alaska right now, so he come home here on April 8th, and then we'll meet with him and have a look at it. So hopefully that falls into place, and we will have two Spyders. But first of all, let's try to open this new box here. There should be some more parts inside it. If I can figure out how to open it, that's easy. So let's see what comes with this kit here. I bought it through Slingmods, because even though it's a Shad luggage box, but I prefer to buy them from Slingmods, because Slingmods has a whole kit where you get everything, and it doesn't cost more than buying it directly from Shad, and then you are sure you get everything that fits together. But first here there is a inside liner for it, and it's like a bag that you can unzip, and you can take it out of the luggage bag. So that one we'll put away. And then let's take a look down here. What's in here? And there is a box here. Oh yeah. That looks like that's the backrest that has to be mounted on the front of the box. And there is one more here. There are like two pads here that needs to be mounted on the rear end of the box. And there is a whole instruction here that we will follow on how to do it. And there's all the hardware that is needed for doing this job. But all this here we simply bought as a kit with everything included from Slingmods. then down here we have some more hardware, and I think that's the bracket for mounting it. There's a nice sticker here from Slingmods. So that's the bracket for the box itself, and then this bracket here screws onto the is it Max Q, it's called, the Can Am product that fits the motorcycle. So that's how you make this box here fit a Can Am motorcycle, and it has all the hardware here for mounting it. There's a lot of tape here. But here is all the hardware for it. There's a set of keys to lock the box, and then of course there's a whole manual here for the install and operation. And one good thing about this box here is that it can be expanded. So you see it has these two here. If I take these out, you can see how the side comes down, and now you have like a flat box. And if you need to go on tour and bring a lot of stuff, it's not so easy, you can lift it up and lock it into place here. And now you have room for two full-sized helmets next to each other here. So very nice kit. And the last box here I need to open, that's this, I think it's Link Q bracket they call it, but that's from BRP. So you don't buy that from Slingmods. That's separate from BRP. So I go to BRP's website and I buy this here separate. And that's like a universal mounting plate for the rear of the Can Am. This here is that unit that is used to this one slides in here in the rear of the Can Am. So just to give you an overview, here we have everything that is needed. We have all the brackets, the backrests down there. We have the top bag itself, and then we have the Link bracket from BRP. So that's all we are going to mount here. First thing is that I'm going to take this one here off, and it just slides backwards. It has these grips, you can see here, that goes in here by the side of the seat in both sides. So this one can just be pulled right off. And there's this one, it just sits down in that hole. We'll just take that to the side. Still wet there from washing, but that's okay. And I think we will start with the box here and mounting these backrests here. See, this one goes here, and it has some screw holes here on the rear end, 4 of them, and they need to, I need to take this piece that sits here already. I need to take this off. And I can simply do that by undoing these 4 screws here. And to do this here, I will need a little torque bit, and it's the one called torque number size 8 that fits for these. And then I can simply just loosen all these here and take those off. I prefer using hand tools. You can use power tools here, battery operated, but you know, it's all plastic, so you can easily break something. So, and the birds are chirping today. Until spring is coming. I was just out mowing the lawn as well for the first time this year. So it's really coming. Okay, I think this one should be loose. So I'm more holding it. Oh, it goes all the way out to the side. So there might be more screws. Yeah, there are some screws sitting down here and one over there. So I need those as well. So let's just get them. It's the second time we are buying luggage bags from Slingmods. We also bought the kit for the Riker. So I have a whole video also for how to install the 3-piece luggage system on a Can Am Spyder. It's also out on the channel here. And now basically this whole piece that was sitting on the top came loose. And that's where we need to mount this here on. So, and in this plate here we need to drill some new holes that fits for the box, but you can see kind of they're already marked right there, 4 places. So that's just where we need to drill, and they're already pre-marked, so it's as easy as can be. So just put it over one of these marks there, and then let the drill go through. And here in this bag here that came with a backrest, there should be some small clips. And we just need to find those. I think I'll just pour it out all here in the bottom. And it's those clips here. And those clips needs to be installed in here. You can kind of see we need to push them in for the screws to get into, just like that. So there should be one for each hole. Just a second. Third, and the last one goes right there. So now we have threads to screw into. So now this here, they need to be, the seat needs to be attached here to this one. So these 4 holes we drilled now, we can put a screw through and into these. So we kind of align the holes, and there are some round washers here, and they need to go first, and then we can put a screw through there and through the hole, and then we just need to align it with the holes in the seat, and they go right in there. I'll just put them in by hand first until we have all 4 put in. Only have this very long screwdriver lying around here, but that's okay. And see, now when I have all 4 in, now I can start tightening them completely. But again, I recommend using hand tools, because It's so easy to over tighten in plastic. Always when you work in plastic or aluminum, use hand tools instead of power tools. If you will avoid to break anything, you have a better feel for it. And now you can see all 4 screws are in, so the seat here is mounted. And now we can put it on again from the other side. So we'll close this, and we can put this here back on. Loosely put that one in. And again the same thing. I don't fully tighten till I have all screws in. So we're sure everything lines up. And it's those 4 up here we need to get in. Might look complicated, but I can tell you it's not. This is a very straightforward process that I think anyone with a little bit of skills with a drill and a screwdriver should be able to do. It's very, very simple. That was the first one. Now this one sits. So that was the top padding here we got on, and it works as part of the backrest there. Now we need the other piece here. And again with this other backrest here, we have these here where we need some clips in. So again, clips in so we can actually put a screw in. And they're both on like that. And again we have 2 screws here with wash or spacers there that needs to go through here somewhere. So now and again that's pretty easy. Make sure to expand the suitcase up to the XL position, the highest position. Oh, my papers are flying here to secure them. But with the suitcase up in XL position, you have this piece here exposed, and if you look very carefully there are markings. That's where you drill, and that's where you drill. So 2 holes, and again a 6mm drill. It's really nice that everything is pre-marked. It's pretty dull, this drill I have here. Maybe I need a different one. Take one size smaller. I think it's been drilling concrete or something that it shouldn't. Oh my, there goes my bottom. Okay. And we can put the screws through. And then I'll take this here to the other side and make sure we can align it with the screw holes. So put the screwdriver in, and I put this one in from the other side. And the same in, oh, that's not right. I'll just take a partial one and do the same here. Okay. And now the box suddenly looks like this. We have this backrest and we have the other backrest here. Nice and soft. That'll be good. Oh yeah, and with all the parts, I forgot to show you, there is also this one here that also comes from Slingmods. And that's actually an important one because that's the very first bracket we need to mount. This one is what bolts down to the link bracket, and it has this opening here so you can access the knob to turn and lock the link bracket before you mount everything else on top. And this one comes with bolts and screws and nuts and everything here as well. So that's the very first one we will mount on the link bracket. So if you look at my link bracket here, I already have some holes in from some other stuff that has been installed, but don't care about those. Now we need to make holes for this new bracket. So I'll simply put it on here and I'll line it up. It's pretty easy. You just go all the way up against up here, and then you can kind of align it with a circle. But what this one does is it makes it so that you can still reach this locking mechanism here, and you can lock your link bracket to the motorcycle. And the holes we're going to use are the outer holes here. There are 3 on each side, so 6 in total. So I'll simply mark these up with a speed marker where they are. And then we just need to drill them with a bit that is big enough for the screws to go through. And it's good to have a little workbench or something to use for this here. I have this little foldable one I can put up in my garage, and that works fantastic. And that's the first hole. You do that to all 6. You can use higher speed. Have a good work angle. You don't want the drill bit to slide. Okay, that was all 6 holes. And then we have this back here with all the screws and everything for mounting this first bracket here. And we'll just take a look. This is all that's with it. And there's some spacers it looks like we have to use as well. So let's get all the components out. I have a little groove over in the side of my table here for screws and bolts and nuts so they don't run away from me. So I put it all in there. And we have it under control. See, there are 2 sides to this bracket. You can see this here is the rear side, this is the front side, because it has these grooves here for the screws to go into. So we'll simply take a screw and put into each of these 6 holes here first, and then we can put the whole side, the whole thing upside down to mount the spacers and everything else. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So 1 screw into each, and then we will simply put it up and down here. And now I can take all these here, these spacers, and put one on each bolt. And just like when I mounted the kit, the lockage system, the Shad lockage system on the Riker we had, I still get the same feeling. This is really good quality. Even these spacers here, it's not plastic, you know, it's aluminum. It's really good stuff. With all these in place, I should be able to put this on the max mount. So now I can simply take my max mount and take it upside down and align it with all the holes I drilled. It'd be a little tricky to align it with all these, but it helps having it all lined with the screw sticking up. Then it's doable. Come on. The holes I drilled there, just the size they need to be. So here it comes, and they're all in. And now we can simply put washers on all the screws and nuts and tighten it all up. Look how nice that fits. And then just these are nylon washers. So to be able to put those on, we will need a Allen wrench for the screw and a little top to put on the knot here on the other side, because they are self-locking. I think it's always so fun when I do projects. I like to get all the tools, think ahead and get all the tools I need. But you always end up needing more tools. So you end up with a huge pile of tools before you're done with a project. So now I had to go and get some Allen wrenches, and it looks like it's a 4 size. Yeah, it is. So it's metric number 4. And for the other side here, that's not the right size. You need a bigger top. So we have different sizes here, so let's find the one that fits. This is an 11, maybe that's the one. Yep, it's metric 11. Just tighten all of these. So that the bracket is snug fit. And you can see it sits kind of raised a little bit with these spacers in between over the link bracket. And with this mounted here, I think it's easiest simply to put it back on the motorcycle, slide in the link bracket with this here, and then we can lock it before we mount the next plate so that it sits tight. And then we need to go in with some knots here and washers and get some bolts through for the next plate to mount. Here comes the assembly we just made, and this kind of just slides down here behind the seat. Get it in there. I can get a grip there. There are 2 levers in here you need to pull back to get it down. Now it sits, but you can see it can go up and down. But that's where you simply lock this here. Turn it all the way. Oh, yeah, I just needed both hands to turn that one. But you can see when it turns green here, that means now it's locked. And that means the whole assembly here sits really tight now. Can't go anywhere. So we have this whole assembly here, and I simply just took these 4 screws off, and you can lift the top plate here off. I cannot do it with one hand. Here it comes. And now it's about aligning this one, because you can see it has a lot of slots here for holes, and we have these elongated slots there. These are the ones we're going to use, I think. I don't think the other holes fit. No. So it's those. So now I try to align. I want the box as far forward as possible. And now you can see this hole, and this hole, and this hole, and this hole. They align with these oblong slots there. So that's where I need my screws to go through. And I just made a little change of plans, because instead of using the red ones in all of those, I will only use them in the bottom ones here. And let me show you the reason. Because I would like this as far forward as possible so we can use the box as a backrest. But that leaves these holes up here with the elongated, instead of using those when I was further back. I want it forward. So it comes with some brackets like this. And if I put one of these in here, now I can use these holes up there. And the same in the other side. So I think I will do that instead, because that would be easier to do if I want to use a backrest. I don't know if we still need those. I don't think so then. So I'll need the shorter screws then. I'll go and get them. And you see the kit here came with different sizes of screws. So instead of using the long ones for these two holes, I can use the short ones here. So I'll try to put those through here. Yep, they fit. See, that's pretty neat, because now I got it so far forward that I can use the box as a backrest. Now it's aligned with the seat here. So that's a way to go. And I tell you, I don't know if you can see the angle here. Getting in here with that knot and holding it, I keep losing it here. But I have an idea. I'll take one of these pliers here, put it in, and with that I hope I can hold the screw in the right position. I can. Here it came. Now it's got a grip. Man. But now I can get this one in. Makes it easier. Yeah, I see it. Screw to go down. Get a grip of that. I think I got it first time. Not too shabby. I'll just do that to all four. So the trick is this one, to hold your knot in here and get them started. That really works. So now that one is on, we can put the cover back on. This little tab here is bent. That sit in here. Just need some screws on that. That's these small ones. And as always, when you work in plastic, use hand tools. Don't use power tools to screw the screws down, because you will just ruin something. In plastic and aluminum, I always prefer hand tools, and you don't damage anything. You have a much better feel for it. You will just over screw them and then you have no thread left. So use hand tools here. And just like that, now we're done. Now we just need to put the case on. Fit it right into these slots. And turn the key down. And open this one here. And voila, it's done. So that's really all there is to it, to mount the Shad box. And you see it sits nice and sturdy now. And with the key here, you can see you can turn it down here to release. Push the button in so you get the handle out. And by pulling this one here now, you can lift the whole case off. So if you want to take the case with you, if you go to a hotel or something, it's very easy. Oh, it's hard to do one-handed here, but I can actually do it one-handed, as you see. And let me take this one out. And the box is on again, sits solid. We can open the top case. Oh. You can open the top case and you can see we have the nice inner liner and everything in here. And then of course the good thing about this case here is if I want to put some helmets in. Take this one out for a little bit. Then it has these expandable sides. So I unlock these two here inside, and now I can pull it up into position. And then I put the camera on the stand here. It's better. So here you can see we can lift this up, and here that's high position. So now you can actually fit two helmets in here. They can lie down side by side here, and that's really neat. So if you're out driving and you want to lock up your helmets, you can have two full face helmets lying down here. Really nice kit. So this is how it looks here from the side. I think it's really neat looking, and you see now we have the backrest right here, so you can actually lean up against it when you sit on it. Let me just show you how that looks. Excuse me for my rubber boots and work clothes here today, but you see, fits perfect here with the backrest, nice and comfortable. This is top. I think the total time for the install here was about an hour, so it's not really bad. It took me an hour in total from start to finish. So an easy little project if you want a Shad top bag. And of course it's a little cheaper than buying the original bag from Can Am. The one from Can Am is about $2,400 plus the link bracket on top. That is about, it was a $350 I think. So that runs up, you're close to $3,000 for the original. But the benefit of the original is you have like a shaped seat and you have speakers in it here. We don't really need that, so we said why not save that money and spend them on something else. We we can be completely satisfied with this. This is a nice looking bag, and you have the backrest and everything, so why not just go with that and save that money. I think it was a little over 600 for the set from Slingmods, and then the 350 for the link bracket as well. So all in all, we're just under $1,000 for this model here. So I think it's a really good value for the price. The quality is excellent, really nice quality. Brackets and everything is just a super product.